Hey, cutie pies. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the bold and the beautiful edition. Sorry about that. Today is Monday, January the 9th, 2023. All right, guys, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to have to give this one um, I guess a 7. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but don't forget I will be going live this Friday the 13th, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 on the West Coast. It might be a little bit earlier, but I'll always let you know if it goes live earlier. All right, guys, let's jump right into it. We see Deacon and Sheila. She says, "Well, I didn't know I was supposed to be speaking to my lawyer before I came, before my court case." And he says, "It's not your lawyer. You got another visitor." And so it's Deacon. And he says, "Oh gosh, Sheila, I didn't expect you to be back in this place. I'm sorry. I wish there was more I could do for you." And she says, "Oh, I can't ever repay you for your kindness." And he said, "You not ratting me out is repayment. Thank you so much for not telling anyone, that he knew where she was this whole time." And so he just tells her, gosh, I know you didn't want to be back here, but I kept telling you, this is where you're going to end up if you keep going out and about." And she said, "Deacon, and why does everybody underestimate me?" He said, "Sheila, what you up to? What you got planned? What's going on?" And she won't tell him anything, but he already knows. He's trying to convince her that, like, it's over, Sheila. It's over. Everybody knows that this is all over for you. You're not going to be able to get out of this." But she said, "Don't underestimate me, Deacon." And then he tells her he cares about her. And she said, if things were different, maybe they could have made some kind of go of it. I don't care what y'all say. See, she'll be getting that attraction to these men because she appreciates and accepts them. Somebody else put that in the comments. She just appreciates and accepts them for who they are. And because of that, they feel like they can be themselves around her. They don't have to, like, because some of these men just gonna be, they're gonna have one foot one foot on the straight and narrow, and another one is gonna be wavering a little bit. And so, and a woman like Sheila is like, "I don't mind that. I'll take you, take me." Okay, let's go on. So then we see Stephanie, Taylor, and Finn. And okay, it's the next day for them, right? And Taylor's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Sheila is going to go down. Y'all gotta go in and testify because y'all testimony is very crucial." Y'all heard what Baker said? She said, "Oh, this is so brave of y'all, and I'm so happy." I said, "Tell your mama what's going on." And they said, "Go ahead and go to the courtroom, Taylor, and we'll meet you there." And she said, "Okay, I'll go ahead and go, and I'll see you guys there. I'm just so proud of you guys, and it's so brave." And they were like, uh-huh. And so they go ahead and go, right? So Taylor, I said, "I thought you was going to the courtroom," but she goes and she meets with Britt. I mean, Britt, General Hospital girl. I am thinking about General Hospital about to come on, and I hope it's good. But she goes and meets with Brooke, and so Taylor and Brooke are talking. She was like, "Oh gosh, I didn't know you were back." And so they went to talking and everything, and she tells her about, "Oh girl, can you believe Sheila?" And they were like, "Yes." And they said, "But and Taylor says, "And Bill was the one who turned her in." And Brooke said, "Girl, let me tell you, Katie went and talked to Brooke, and she said Bill was acting like he was just so genuinely surprised that everybody, was concerned about him and was glad that he did what he did." And she said, "Bill is not in a good place." And she said, "Oh my gosh, I hate to hear that." She said, "Now Bill and I, this is Taylor, have not had a close relationship or whatever, circumstances." And Brooke was like, "Yeah, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you." And she said, "But I don't want him to feel like he's a lost cause and people don't care about him." She said, "Now that during Sheila," she said, "Now I've had some cases where someone is just a lost cause. There's nothing you can do. There's no helping." She said, "Baby, Sheila is one of those cases. There is no helping that woman. She is just, it is what it is when it comes to Sheila." Hi, mama. What's up? It is what it is when it comes to Sheila. And so she's like, that's a lost cause there, but not Bill. But anyways, they're just so proud that, Sheila is, they want to see her face. Oh, I can't wait to see her face. I said, "Baby, they didn't need to have this in the courtroom so y'all could see her face, because she would see your cracked face." If all goes according to plan, y'all would be the ones upset and hurt, not Sheila. So it's best that y'all didn't go. So then, anyways, Finn and Steffi are in, they go to the courtroom, but they started talking at the house, and then they kept the conversation, same conversation, kept going in the court, in the little hearing room where they're gonna judges chambers. Anyways, they're all talking and everything, and Steffi is like, I can't believe Bill is blackmailing us. I can't believe he would do this, and if we don't tell, he's gonna send my mom to prison. And she said, if I tell my mom what Bill is doing to us, she would confess, and she would go right down there, and because she wants Sheila in prison so bad that she'd be like, I'll give myself up to keep y'all safe. And so Ridge was like, can I, you want me to be there? And they tell him no. And she says, Ridge already thinks, my dad already thinks he knows what our answer is going to be. So it's easy to tell him not to come. And plus, he's on this whole soul searching thing. I said, yeah, keep him on that. Because I don't want to no more love triangle right now until y'all get into that Zende Paris triangle that's about to go on. And it's supposed to be another man that come through from Paris, y'all. We gonna see y'all. I said, dang, Zende can't never have this woman. Give him a woman. Truth be told, I don't really like this Zende, but we're gonna move on with it. So, anyways, because I have gotten all off target. Anyways, they're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. So then we see Bill. Okay, let me put it on for you. So you went in touch. So then we see Bill, right? And Bill is pretty much like, he's looking, he's thinking about, what's happened with him and Sheila, and he's like, everything should go according to plan, because Sheila got up in their head, because he was wavering for a minute, but Sheila said, no, I got you. Let me refocus you. So now Bill is more determined than ever to get Sheila out. So he goes into the courtroom, or the judge's quarters, with Steffi and Finn, and he tells them, remember what you got to do. And they said, Bill, don't do this. This is Steffi. Bill, don't do this. Don't do this. And he says, you know, if Sheila goes to prison, or y'all testify against her, then your mother will be going too. And so Finn says, well, what about my mom? My mom, she did a lot of stuff, and my mom could still speak. And he said, didn't your mama take you out of the hospital for uh, falsify records and all that? I said, she sure the heck did. She did that. She did that. And so he said, so listen, if y'all speak on Sheila, both your mamas going to prison. He didn't say it like that, but y'all know that's what I heard. And so they're like, Bill, please don't do this. So, anyways, Bill is watching Steffi and Finn go back and forth, and they're just like, oh my gosh, Bill is crazy. He's crazy. This is Steffi. And she said, what are we gonna do? And he was like, he's threatening our moms. Because Finn had told Bill, you're threatening my mom too. He sure did. And what you gonna do about it? I don't mean to be rude, but you ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. So go on out the room. And anyway, so at this time, the judge and the counselor comes in, right? And did y'all see the counselor? Do y'all remember Passions? That was Whitney's, and what's her name? Whitney's dad. She played Portia on General Hospital now, but that was the dad on Passions, right? I remember watching Passions, and I liked him. I was like, oh, I like this, because it had a whole black family and all that. And then I saw him on Raising Whitley. Do y'all remember that show? It used to come on. It was Kim Whitley had a show where a young lady, she was a teen, gave her son, because she knew Whitley, and so they called her to the hospital, and she went down there and she picked up the son and everything. Well, child, the guy from Passions, he was like, I'll be, like a surrogate dad and all that. And she was like, okay. So she was like the real mother, because guardianship, but he was like the surrogate dad. Or not, is it surrogate dad? Well, it was like he never, I don't think he ever officially adopted Joshua. Anyways, I say all that to say this child, he was a bum. In real life, he was a bum. Like, I had lost so much respect for him. He had to end up staying with Whitley because he wanted to save up money, so he started living with her, but he didn't do right, like, while he was living with her. And I was like, oh, you shouldn't have showed yourself like this on TV, sir. But y'all gotta watch it if y'all haven't. I don't even know where them episodes come on anymore. But anyways, y'all, so Bill is watching all this, and all this go on. So then Sheila comes into the court, into the judge's chambers, and she said, "Hi, Finn." I don't even get a hi, and the counsel said, "Ma'am, be quiet." Like, you shot him, and now you know you get he blackmailing. Like, Sheila, what is wrong with you? You know you my girl, but come on, girl. But anyway, so the judge sits down and he says, "This is so brave of y'all for coming in. Now, your testimony, as you know, is going to be critical and crucial. um do you know?" And then he starts asking them about, their testimony about Sheila. And that's how it went off, y'all. Actually, it went off with them looking deep into Bill's eyes. I said, this is a whole, it was almost 40 seconds. This is 40 seconds of dialogue you guys could have had that you didn't have. But anyways, they talk because Stephanie and Finn try to tell Bill, well, I mean, even without our testimonies and without our mom's testimonies, Sheila still escaped prison. Bill said, I got that loan money. I'm gonna take care of all that. I need you to do is do what you're supposed to do. Don't you worry about nothing else. And so I guess, y'all, that's how the Bold and the Beautiful ended today. Y'all don't forget, I will be going live on Friday, 4 West Coast, 7 East Coast, 6 Central. If you can join, please do so. Thank you so much for watching. That was the Bold and the Beautiful today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps, the Bold and the Beautiful edition. Goodbye.